Ladies and gentlemen, very welcome to Complexity Card Gaming Major Tournament Hannover 2015. And now that I've made it to pronounce this tournament title, we already start with round 1 of the tournament. Even though the screen says round number 5, this is a little error, we hope you excuse this. Our first round feature match is between Alex Weiss, a local player from North Rhine-Westphalia, who is a rising star in this area, who became famous, at least in Germany, during the last 2 years, mostly known for his success at Destiny Duelman series. And his opponent is an old-time favorite of the fans, Rusty Adler, who is very well known in the Berlin community. Both players are playing today with a Shaddoll deck, and we've already seen that Alex Weiss started the game with 3 set cards. Together with me is Joshua Schmidt, best known for his 3rd place finish at the World Championship. And hello Joshua, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and welcome you all to the first Major Tour stop. We have 150 players today, so very pleased with that result. We hope to grow further in the future. But for the first stop, we are fine with that, and let's get right into our round 1 feature match. So right away, Rusty starting with a pretty explosive start, including Denko Sekka and an El Shaddoll fusion. Sending Beast as a fusion material and sending Hedgehog from his deck. Going to think about his next move here. Would also be nice if you could share the stream with your friends so we get more viewers over the day. It's going to be a 1-day event only. We are planning to hold 8 rounds today with a top 16 cut. The winner is going to get a flight to the ARG finals in America. So pretty exciting for all the players. Rusty's still doing his Shaddoll shenanigans. Simply going to attack, no further special summoning, so he's not having a Chaos Dragon in his hand. Looks like no trap cards either, so he's probably just gonna pass here. And that might be the chance for Alex to come back, because he's not gonna be able to tribute his construct for a beast, because he already normal summoned Denko. So if Alex has a Shaddoll fusion in his hand, he might be able to start a comeback here. He's at 3,500 though, so it's gonna be hard for him to not get OTK'd in the near future. He will enable his back rows again though, next turn. Oh, Rusty going to banish his own construct with the BLS, so there is no Shaddoll fusion from the deck. Interesting. And Alex going to try to mount a comeback here. Can't see exactly what is in his hand, so we'll have to wait and see. You see a Denko that's not gonna do much right now. It might be able to double with Rusty's Denko. So his back row is enabled again, and it seems like that's what he's gonna do. Yep. That's right.
So there still is a Blackluster soldier Alex has to deal with.
Yeah, he's doing that right now. With the construct in the battle phase, he's going to be able to get rid of the BLS right here. But also important that he will also not be able to tribute his construct in the main phase 2, because he also normal summoned the Denko Sekka this turn. So Rusty will be in a pretty good position next turn again, if he has a Shaddoll fusion.
It already feels like Alex Weiss is under a big pressure in this moment. At the tournament he only has one set card left. And still facing right now he's 4,500 life points behind Rusty. So yeah, he has to do something to stay in this game. But Construct was able to defeat Blackluster Soldier. And now it's on Rusty's side of... It's Rusty's turn to put something on the table.
Alright, I'm gonna try to speak a little bit louder now, since the chat is saying I'm a little bit too low. So Alex did also have an out for his construct in main phase 2. He decided to get rid of it with his own Dark Armored Dragon, so pretty good. And depending on how his back row is set up, he's actually looking pretty good in this game right now. Looks like Rusty actually has the Shaddoll fusion in hand, so that is pretty important that Alex did get rid of his own construct from the extra deck. We have 150 people today. And there's the Shaddoll fusion from the hand, not from the deck. And not for a construct. So in order to get rid of this the Dark Armed Dragon, he probably has to search a Falco here to try and get a Black Rose resolved or an Arcanite Magician. Other than that, I don't see many ways he can get rid of this Dark Armed Dragon, since he has no light to go into constructs. Still thinking about his options, but there's not many options he has here to get rid of this Dark Armed Dragon. Only thing that does it is the Synchro Summon. Which might not even get through with Alex having 3 back rows. I think we know that one of them is the El Shaddoll fusion. And he decides to play it slow. He's not going to go for that play right now. I'm curious how he's going to try and win or get rid of the Dark Armed Dragon. He's targeting the middle back row with the dragon. And that was the core. So he's down to the Winda, the Beast, and a spell card in his hand, which I can't really tell what it is. It looks like an enemy controller, which would be an out to the Dark Armed Dragon. That would actually be pretty good. if that is the case. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes his play before a lot better. We'll see if Alex is able to respond with this El Shaddoll fusion here to get rid of his own Dark Armor Dragon. No, he is not. That's pretty big. He also gets back a El Shaddoll fusion with the Winda effect. And now he's going to start popping. So, oh, it was an enemy controller by himself. Okay, so that will probably help him survive here. Other face down. Probably the El Shaddoll fusion. But he would have chained that already if he could use it. Yeah, I'm not expecting him to chain here. Oh, he does have a Shaddoll monster. Interesting. I wonder why he didn't chain that to the enemy controller. Since Shaddoll fusion was already used this turn, I see no reason to wait and give him the Dark Arm Dragon. But okay, it's going to do it that way. And sending Headshock to the graveyard, adding Squamata to his hand, going to lose both of his monsters to the Dark Armed effect. So he scooped the game. Okay. So game 1 goes to Rusty with an explosive turn. I'm not sure if Alex could have survived that turn if he chained the El Shaddoll fusion. I'm pretty sure he could have. I see no way for Rusty to win the game if he just chains the El Shaddoll fusion and goes into Winda with the Dark Arm Dragon. Might have been a mistake. Might be wrong here. But yeah. Either way, Rusty wins game 1. We chose 2 people relatively well known in the area. Yeah, Shaddoll player 1 is a Shaddoll mirror match. The Rusty won game 1 with an enemy controller on Alex's Dark Arm Dragon. Yeah, that is right. Today is also the sneak preview of the new set, so we might have lost a few players due to that. Maybe some players prefer to go to their small sneak preview. That is fine. Alright, looks like our players are done side decking and we're going into game 2. Let's see. Okay, Alex decided to go first with an Allure of Darkness. Going to banish the Shaddoll Beast. Okay, only one card face down passes the turn to Rusty. Who is having a solid hand right here? I see a Mathematician, I see a White Dragon Wyver Burster, so and an El Shaddoll Fusion, so we're gonna see some play from him here. Neckcloth is a pretty strong deck in my opinion. You see a lot of options there. Pretty easy accessible because it can search everything, so I think it's definitely going to take over the TCG. I'm not sure if it's going to be like completely tier 0 since Shaddoll's is not as weakened here as in Japan or in the OCG. And we also have Burning Abyss, so we have to see if these decks can compete with Neckcloth, but it's definitely a very strong deck. It's going to be part of the meta. So looking back at the game, we're seeing a El Shaddoll Fusion into Winda turn 1 by Rusty, using Squamata and Headshock, if I'm not wrong. So we're probably gonna see some standard play here. He's probably gonna search a Beast and tribute his Winda in main phase 2. Yeah, that's right, Neckcloth loses to Nat Beast, but not many decks are able to summon Nat Beast at the moment. It seems to be a very strong deck. We'll see if it will be as dominant as in the OCG, but it will definitely be a top contender. Oh, so the Winda got compulsed, so there is no Beast face down on Rusty's side. Madrid. So Alex now with a Shaddoll Fusion, also using a Headshock, so I'm also expecting a Beast to get searched here. Falco special summoned. I'm pretty sure he's gonna search Beast and just attack and tribute. Yep, that's what he's doing. Once again, tributing the fusion monster in main phase 2, very important in the Shaddoll mirror match to not give your opponent the Shaddoll fusion from their deck. So, yep, attacking with the Winda, dropping Rusty to 5800. Tributing main phase 2. Yep. See if he has any back row. No, he does not. Still a very good setup. Rusty going to start with a Wyver Buster and a Polymerization. That's interesting. Usually you might think 3 Shaddoll Fusion and 3 El Shaddoll Fusion are enough, but Rusty does not agree. He's going to play a Polymerization with his Beast in hand and his Wyver Burster on the field. Just going to give him a Construct using all the effects. But Alex is pretty safe here. He's at 8,000. He has 2 face down monsters, 1 Falco, 1 Beast, presumably. Going to decide for his Construct effect here. And afterwards he's going to search a Black Dragon Collab Serpent and he's going to get a draw off of the Beast. Sending. Falco. Searching Collab Serpent and now drawing a card. Yep. Falco gets summoned. And we'll see what his follow-up is here.
Right now it feels like Alex has a lot better grip into this game than game 1. Even though Rusty is now able to attack his Shaddoll beasts to clear the field. But with 8,000 life points left, he's still very healthy. While Rusty has already lost his first 2,200 life points. And even in terms of card economy, Alex is not too far behind. Both players right now have 4 hand cards. And with a Shaddoll fusion, Alex should be able to capitalize on Rusty leaving Construct on the field and going ahead in terms of card economy.
It's gonna be tough for him though, since Rusty just tributed for the Majesty's Fiend, which is gonna denied the okay. Yeah, that will be. No, that's not. It's not game. That's only 56. So Rusty is going to be left with 200 life points here. Oh, and the El Shaddoll fusion is going to finish the game. Pretty sure it will. Yep. That is game 2. So it looked like Rusty was able to take it for a second when he tributed for the Majesty's Fiend, but Alex had a pretty explosive follow-up with Snatch Steel, Raigeki, and El Shaddoll fusion. So Snatch Steel coming back from the Forbidden Unlimited list definitely helped him out here. Yeah, sick turnaround here. Looked like Rusty was taking it for a second. And we'll be back with game 3 in a second. And here we go with game 3, quick side decking, and Alex opting to go first once again, starting with an Upstart Goblin, bringing Rusty up to 9,000. Rusty drawing his 6th card here after Alex passing with another 1 set turn. Let's see what he's doing. Once again, would also like to ask you to share the stream with your friends so we can get more viewers into this. Would be very nice. Rusty going to just summon Dragon and attack. So not as explosive of a start this time. Maybe he's going to have an El Shaddoll fusion too, but we'll see. Looks like a Snatch Steel in his hand here. Passing to Alex, will he be able to do something? Looks like a lot of spells in his hand, so he might not be able to perform a fusion summon. Foolish, that's going to help him out definitely. Probably the card he drew for his turn. Skomada, effect. It's Hedgehog going to get his search. Grabbing. Can't tell from the glare what he grabbed right there. Thanks for sharing the stream. Allure of Darkness, drawing him a Denko Sekka and another monster card. Couldn't really tell what it was. Banishing the dragon. I think that's the card he just searched for. He has a Viper Burster though, that's pretty good for him. I also saw an El Shaddoll fusion, so if he has another Shaddoll monster, he's going to be able to perform a summon here. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm unhappy with the amount of watches, I just say it would be nice to have a few more. You know? So, Alex considering his next move here. Maybe he does not have a Shaddoll monster in his hand, otherwise he would probably already have gone for the fusion summon. Enemy controller going, oh, that's not a bad move either. He's just going to get another search with his Viper Burster, so he will be able to exceed summon with Rusty's dragon in main phase 2. The problem here will be, is he able to get rid of the monster from the extra deck? Because otherwise that might be bad for him. It might also be an OTK, I'm not sure. If he normal summons Denko Sekka, special summons... No, it's not going to be enough for an OTK here. Unless he has something I'm missing. Because of the Upstart Goblin. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it would be enough. Or would it? Yeah, I'm trying to interact with the chat as long as it's possible. It's not so busy right now, so it's fine. Thanks for sharing. So Alex still considering his next move. He does have access to a Shaddoll monster now because he took Rusty's dragon with enemy controller, so he might just go for El Shaddoll fusion using the dragon and the Denko Sekka. He has already used his Headshock Surge for the turn though, so he will not be able to grab a beast from his deck, which is problematic for him. Right now, just summoning a few level 4 monsters, Denko Sekka, Collapse Serpent and Rusty's Dragon still on his field. And it is going to be a total of 5,400 damage. So, yeah, as I said, had he not played that Upstart Goblin earlier on, it would have been game right here with the El Shaddoll fusion. Because that would be 8,200 damage. He's not going to be able to pull that off though. He might still use the El Shaddoll fusion though, just to push for a lot of damage. That would put Rusty at 800, and I'm not sure if he has a Shaddoll fusion in his hand. I'm not sure about any Counter-Strike complexities. We are complexity card gaming. It's YGO only. So yeah, Alex is going to use the El Shaddoll fusion, going for a construct that will leave Rusty at 800 life points after the effects resolve. So if Rusty has a Shaddoll fusion in his hand, he might be able to come back and remove Alex's field, but if he does not, Alex might just be too fast for him right now. Falco being summoned, yep. Rusty goes down to 800 life. And we will see what his answer is going to be to display from Alex's side. Alex does not have any face downs here, nope. So, big moment for Rusty. Does he have Shaddoll Fusion? He draws Emptiness. So if he has Shaddoll Fusion, he might be able to remove Alex's field and lock him down with the Emptiness afterwards. But if he does not, it will be hard for him. Let's see. I don't think he has a Shaddoll Fusion. He would have played it already, probably. He does have some pretty explosive cards, though, with the Shaddoll Fusion, and I think the spell is either Snatch, Steal, or Enemy Controller, so that's pretty explosive, too. So yeah, you clearly see a Shaddoll Fusion, a Vanity's Emptiness, and a few monsters and another spell card in Rusty's hand. And there's the Shaddoll Fusion. Majesty's Fiend with another card in his hand, so he does at least have a light monster. So going to Construct here, Falco being used. We are 150 people at the event. Not a bad turnout considering there are sneak previews today as well. So he went for a beast draw there with, and he's getting another monster. It's not gonna help him. He's probably hoping for the Shaddoll Fusion here. Is that another Majesty's Fiend? Yes, it's another Majesty's Fiend in his hand, so... Is that it's the Snatch Steal, right? Snatch Steal? That is Snatch Steal in his hand. No, it's Snatch Steal. Snatch Steal in his hand is going to get rid of the monster, so that will actually lock Alex down here with the Emptiness in his hand. So, yeah, Rusty at 800, but he has the field, he has a Majesty's Fiend, he has the Emptiness. Yeah, we sadly can't always choose what date we do the tournaments at, because we wanted a good location, and we have a pretty solid location today, but it was not available on other weekends. So yeah, Snatch Steal being once again the decisive card this game. Also stole the game for Alex last turn, and looks like it will be stealing the game for Rusty. Let's see. Yeah, MST would be pretty sick right here on the Snatch Steal. Alex has his own Snatch Steal, targeting Construct. Okay, that's going to get rid of the Emptiness as well if he runs over the Majesty's Fiend, which he does. Okay, Emptiness going down. Snatch Steals everywhere, man. Shaddoll Fusion from the deck for Alex, that's big. That is indeed big. He will also be able to get rid of the Snatch Steal from Rusty, if he chooses to do so, he might not. Probably. Nee, hat er nicht. Hatte. Alright, I'm being informed he took his own construct with Snatch Steel. I'm not sure if he did. That would be a mistake though, if that's true. Can't really tell though, both using black sleeves for their extra deck. Either way, he's going to send a Shaddoll core to the graveyard, which will give him a Shaddoll spell or trap from his graveyard. He banishes Dark Armored from his deck because he sent Wyvern to the graveyard with his Shaddoll Fusion. Gets El Shaddoll Fusion with core. And he's in main phase 2. Oh, he has BLS as well. BLS as well. How many darks is that in his grave? Is that 3? I'm not sure. Is it 3? Is it 3? It is not 3. Rusty did not have the Shaddoll Fusion last turn. Does he top deck it? He's going up to 1800 with the Snatch. Does he top deck Shaddoll Fusion here? I think if he does not draw Shaddoll Fusion or Raigeki, that is game for Alex. Has to be Raigeki or Shaddoll Fusion. I don't see any other cards getting him out of here. Even BLS is not good enough to deal with 2 constructs. Hedgehog, summon, attack construct. That looks like he's giving up. Yep, and that is the end of round 1. Alex Weiss takes a 2-1 victory.